talk about something real fast. When we were reacting to Gray Matter, clapping you up, there was a point in one of his videos where he said about godly key control. He said, I thought we already had perfect key control. Back when Super Saiyan 1, we already did this. And so I said, oh, whoa. So you think that Goku's proficiency in using Super Saiyan extends to all transformations, extends to just all extents where there's absolutely no tweaks that he can learn that would make him even better, that there's no such thing as him obtaining new lessons that further that mastery, that also maybe extend to other transformations, or that there are other power-ups that specialize in even greater control so that he handles it even better. You just said, no, that was perfect. And, you know, there was no such thing as control any better. And this is where I say, as a person watching or a person reading or whatever, the story, this is where you shut up and accept it. This is where you, this is where you just accept it, because you don't run nothing in the series. So when they explain this to you, to say, oh, I thought we already had, well, clearly there's levels to this. Okay. Clearly there's levels to this. That wouldn't make you mad. Would that make you mad if that happened in Dragon Ball? Oh, we already did this. Or no, well, we're tracking development of these abilities, of these talents, right? When we get to talking, and we've been talking about key control. Did you say that when Super Saiyan 3 came out and it was difficult? You was like, I thought we already had that. No, you didn't say that. You understood that specific circumstance, right? But hey, when they learned better optimization of their ki, this actually extends to all transformations. So it's something that is massively valid, whereas the other things are not. Already substantiates itself as something that is more valuable than what you was talking about. Their ki optimization, not letting their ki leak, that's something that will affect them in base form, in Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3, and Super Saiyan 4. And that's something that will just, so them getting better at that is something that they benefit from in all of those states, in all of the states. And then when you get God Ki itself is more controlled massively. So it's like extreme levels to this, where finally you're like, look, at one point we was controlling this. At this point, we stacking Kaioken at this point. So you're going up the scale. Also, we says that Goku's mastery of Ultra Instinct is at the bottom. Now listen, well, it's not just of Ultra Instinct is at the bottom. He said, essentially, this is just the beginning, not necessarily just to Ultra Instinct, but saying like, there's more in my training for you to obtain. You essentially at the bottom. We got more for you to learn, right? So it's going to be more than just Ultra Instinct. We's essentially letting him know that Ultra Instinct ain't all I boil down to. We got some stuff to teach you. That's absolutely dope. That's absolutely fire. So once again, there's levels to this. Of course, at the point where you're mad about how well someone is doing versus what you were rooting for and where it capped out at, oh, we're still going further into this. You didn't have a problem until your guy got tired and stopped running in the race. You didn't have a problem. Now you didn't have a problem until you got eliminated. Now you worried that the high scores is getting too high for the people who still competing. Yeah, you saw me. Oopsie. So understand, that's what you're dealing with. Now you tell me, when a person laughing in your face when something going the way they wanted it to go, and they gonna roast you and tell you all about you know, but then when they losing, they want to control the situation. They want to suppress your ability to talk about it, to acknowledge it. Nah, we ain't just gonna only acknowledge when you win. We're gonna acknowledge when you lose too. That's fair. That's fair. That's not geared against you. That's not taking Dragon Ball out of the ordinary. If anything, taking Dragon Ball out of the ordinary is doing multiple videos. It ain't even about multiple videos. Doing videos for years, just criticizing Dragon Ball no matter what as it moves forward. This is like, okay, I've made it a thing to watch it as it continues to progress, just to say that this sucks. Whereas if I was talking about Dragon Ball GT, I could talk about it, because it was a project that came and it went, and that was it. There's no more. I haven't made a commitment to following it around. I'm going to stick with it so I can let you know that no matter what it does, it sucks. That's where you kind of lose me. Oh, great batter. Get your ass on there.
Do you understand how serious this shit is?
Damn, 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 damn.